Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Queens College's Securely Brewed podcast. I am, your host, Giancarlo Matos. I also go by GC. And here with the guys again. And just as a heads up before we get into the nitty gritty.
You don't know if you're the host?
I don't want to take the spotlight like that, you know? I don't want to do that.
You're always leading, so that's all you. You're the host. You lead.
This is my mug.
We let him think.
So yeah, I brought a Scorpio mug today because that's my.
Why does this feel like
sign.
Masterpiece Theater?
What do you mean?
That you're not old enough for that. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I don't know that reference. But
No, now that makes me feel. This is again repeating what happened the first time. Now it makes me feel old because I know when.
I tried to bring the age around with the Pokemon, you know, like last
Yeah,
time. That
exactly.
was what
No.
we're trying to do, and now it's just getting away from us again.
Yeah, it's happening again. I'm like,
That's the best part. Yeah, it's
Now, what you guys got? You want to show off your mugs?
you got the same mug, don't you?
I got the same mug, so yeah.
No Pokemon mug.
I'm very happy with my
Still
Pokemon
good.
mug, so I'm back to. So yeah, I'm back with
All right,
the.
anybody that wants to send Pedro mugs, send Pedro new mugs.
We're gonna put the site at the bottom with what we're gonna send.
With the link.
With a link and everything.
1-800 send Pedro mugs.
That's what we're gonna need. We can even put a little QR code. We can make it nice.
Donate a mug.
Yeah, donate a mug.
I would absolutely scan the QR code.
Yeah, helpful. You know.
It would
and easy,
never
more
take you
convenient.
anywhere you shouldn't be.
Yeah. The only good stuff comes from scanning QR codes, but that's a different topic for
That's
for
another
another
day.
time.
Shh,
That's-
don't tell him, man.
that's something else.
All right. What do we got?
What you got, Louis? Do you want to show off yours?
Well, the cup I got, not too fancy. I had it for 20 years. Still does the job. Only downside is it's a little too small for me, but it's all good.
You just go get more like a refill or
But
something.
that means I have to constantly walk back and forth to the coffee maker.
That
which
is also true. It looks cool though. Like it almost looks like a paper cup, but it's not.
Did you just say it looked like a paper cup?
Yeah, like the
It
design.
kind of does. It has a little bit.
does?
Of
Yeah,
a
it's
paper
like
cup
the stained,
Well,
like coffee
because it's been
stain.
through a dishwasher so many times, so
Oh, okay.
that's why. It gives it character, you
That's
know?
what I'm saying. Yeah, it shows. It's got personality, you know.
All right, I'll take that.
Yeah, what you got?
I guess I'm the only one that took this. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, come on.
I brought a cup with me. Good buddy of mine is a retired Air Force pilot, and he gave me these. And it's unfortunately it is a left-handed mug, and I am not left-handed. Which means I'm always right. Just so we're clear.
I
But
would say, can we switch? Because if it's a left-handed, I'm lefty, so
that's
we
your
could
problem.
switch.
That way you get a new mug.
I
Hey,
So
you
does
mug,
he.
if you play your cards right, maybe I'll donate it to the cause. But it says coffee is simply the morality of superior men. So, and I like it mainly because it's thick, it's ceramic, it's it keeps things keeps it warm.
It's got the
And
the honey pot
I
aesthetic.
have been chastised by the boss that I drink too much coffee and I had to cut back. And so this I can drink 1 cup and know how much I've had. And so
And be like, all right,
I mean,
I'm
I
good.
know there's no such thing as too much coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not enough coffee.
But
so-
there's also
Louis and him got a
there
trade
is
cup,
too much
actually.
chastisement by the wife. So
happy wife, happy
yeah,
life.
well,
That's-
and I love these
that's
so
the
much.
law.
There's you may see it again from time to time. This is one of my favorites. Period of all of the. Oh gosh, how many actual mugs I own? So
All right, people will get to see more of them.
yeah, I got a few.
We have to
So
do more
all right.
episodes.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get around to it. But today's topic is going to be password management, which obviously I think it's safe to say that's an essential. I think everybody, or I would like to think everyone in the world has a password to some extent. And obviously managing it is beyond important because if you're just handing out your password, good luck staying safe, you know? It's
Yeah.
definitely dangerous.
But the only issue is that a lot of people use the same password for every account.
Tell me about it.
Oh no, that's not even
everybody-
the
Everybody
worst.
has this. Everybody uses a password, but the problem is that it's almost identical.
It's like
to
copy paste
Yeah,
for everything.
basically.
Now I have a question because you brought it up and I wasn't going to go there just yet. But how many times have you had to look into somebody's machine and you turn their keyboard over in order to get their password?
I've actually
Never
done
seen.
that.
Okay,
No, I've never
well,
done
on
that.
their machine?
for older people, and I don't want to say any, I'm old enough that I can say for people that have been around computers for a minute or two, that's what would happen. It's, oh, hey, you need a password. It needs to be unique. It needs to be X number of characters long with all of these things. They'll write it on a Post-it note. And I'm hoping by saying this, I'm calling enough people out that they're going to go now change this practice.
Yeah.
But they'll put it on a Post-it note on the bottom of their keyboard.
Actually, I haven't seen it at the bottom of the keyboard.
In
The
the
worst
drawer?
offender that I've seen is on the screen itself.
Oh, like on a
Yeah.
post
Like
it,
it's
like,
literally
Post-it
right
note, but at
there.
the bottom
I've
of the
seen
screen,
that.
right
Yeah,
there.
I've seen
That's
that.
the one I've seen. Like the keyboard.
Oh, gosh,
one
what else?
Is the first
yeah,
time I've
I
seen it.
haven't seen that one
Yeah.
either.
Or, now, I mean, since we're going there, how many times have you talked to somebody that said, "Oh, my password's the same, just add a number"?
Yeah,
Yeah, just to
that
cut
I've seen a
corners.
lot. And
I've
that's-
seen that so many times.
Yeah.
In
Even
fact,
with
I got
family
so
members,
good
too.
at it. I knew the time progression needed, and I could count. So then I'm like, well, if I need to get into this, then I just added enough numbers and never had to ask for the password again.
Yeah.
And you never want to do that kind of stuff.
That's
so.
something I always try to tell my family members or anyone I know. Basically, hey, don't just add another digit to it. Just try to create another one. Or which the thing we're going to talk about today is get a password management tool and have it remember.
I actually brought some names for those because I know the one I use, but there are some other
there's
options.
tons of them, yeah.
Well, there's a few that I would say are worthwhile that you should probably look
Like
into.
quality ones.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I go quality, but they're worth using. But
But I mean, there's also the ones that are now built into our phone OSs. So I know with,
keychain,
like
Apple
yeah.
keychain
Oh gosh, your
and
phone.
Google. I know
Google
Chrome
password
has it.
Yeah,
management
Chrome
has
has
it.
that also.
Chrome, Safari has one. Gosh, Edge has it. Firefox has it. Basically, just about every browser that you use has some type of keychain function.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not going to lie, gets annoying because I do use a password manager. So the browser comes up first going, do you want me to save this?
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times I put never save, it still pops up.
And it still pops
It's
up. Yeah.
I'm guessing every time, and I'm not a coder, but every time they run updates, the new code probably just overwrites it and goes back to ask every time yes type of deal.
What is your ideal password length?
I'm glad you asked.
Can I throw one out?
I didn't hand him that question earlier at all.
No, not at all.
No, actually, I really didn't. But that's exactly where I want to go. Go ahead. What's up, man?
Can I throw out a guess?
No. Go ahead, GC.
I'm gonna say about 12 characters.
I was gonna say 16.
You're not
16.
far off. All right. So I actually wrote some things down because, unfortunately for me, trying to remember that some days, look, I'm good. Some days I remember to put pants on one leg at a time so I don't fall over.
That's really hard to do from time to time.
Look, that's what that's what you're going to get to look forward to when you get as much gray hair as I do. Don't
I
even
know
say
if I'm
it.
excited.
All right.
Don't even say it.
You're
All right. So
getting there. You're good. Get there.
we can replace both of you.
Sorry. We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
All right. So the idea behind password length and what's known as time to brute force the password. Brute forcing, you guys know what it is for those watching for the audience. Basically, brute forcing is something about an individual, but you don't know the actual password. You take that information and you literally just keep trying permutations of that information until you figure out what it is that the password contains. It is in the name. It is a technical term, and I know we try not to get too deeply technical because we want to keep this, very much in the vernacular for those that don't do what we do. Yeah. But brute forcing, it's like taking a sledgehammer and literally trying to get through a door. The door is the password, the sledgehammer is the tactic. All right, so you know what? I'll ask. We'll see who knows, just out of curiosity. All right, yeah, no comment on the fact that I have to put my glasses up to read. All right, so 8 letters, all lowercase. First off, how many here have used an all lowercase password? at some point in your
At some point.
I mean,
in
at
life,
some point,
I-
yeah,
so,
yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
proof that even we are human and we have done it at some point. So eight letters, all lowercase. How long do you think it takes to get in?
I'll
There's no
say-
prize for being right. You'll get my undying admiration and
If
maybe
I get
you know
I mean,
2 hours, tops.
no longer.
a week.
I was gonna say a month,
Longer.
maybe a month.
3 weeks. You're closest. It's 3 weeks to get through. That is as of 2025 for the that's the chart for 2025. And I want to address another issue on the back of this when we're done, but I don't want to foreshadow it anyway. All right, so if you go to upper and lowercase, now these are just letters, and I only went with that for an 8-letter password because for a long time industry best practice was eight characters of some kind. Most at one point it was all lowercase. Then they said have at least an uppercase. Now they say have at least an uppercase and a lowercase and numbers,
special
and then now
character.
we've got special characters,
That's true.
Yeah.
which we'll get into that for some of the longer ones. But if it's upper and lowercase, what do you think?
2 years.
Longer,
4
Longer.
years.
7.
15. According to the chart, 15 years. All right.
Yeah, but
This is
that's
fun. This is almost like
exponential,
trivia. I'm having a blast here.
I mean,
y'all.
I'm enjoying it too. I get guess.
This is kind of fun. All right, so
You can try with a character now, or
11 upper and lower. Upper and lower only, no numbers.
okay. But
So we've gone from 8 to 11.
Okay.
And I didn't write the whole chart down. I'm only going through a couple of these because we've only got so long to sit here and talk.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead. What do you think?
You said 15 was for the last
15 years was upper lowercase for 8. For 11, upper and lowercase.
one. I'm going to double it. I'll do 30.
Oh gosh, you're so far off it hurts.
Okay, that helps because I was gonna go way past. I was gonna shoot for the
I was
moon.
going to use a reference,
Yeah.
but I don't know that anybody but me will get it. But you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Okay.
No, actually, hey, I get that reference. I got that one.
I again don't know that reference, but
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna say 25.
Oh gosh, you're not even. Let me put it this way: there's not enough zeros on what you're telling me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, it actually
Look at me,
increased.
what?
Oh, it's
100
already
years?
It's more.
2 million years, according to the chart.
2 million years.
Wow.
Because
That's
because when
absurd,
you add that in, the number of potential
Variation.
variations
Yeah.
is such that it's
Takes that
Takes
long.
that long.
Actually
All right.
push through.
Yeah.
12 characters. Now, 12 characters to me, we asked what I thought was the perfect length. 12 characters is where I get to the point of the law of diminishing returns. That's economics term for things, but you get the same diminishing returns with passwords. Beyond 12 characters, you're adding so much time
And complexity.
and
too.
complexity that at 12 characters, and I'll actually go into this. I won't even ask you because you'll never. These are numbers that
It just
even
goes
to
far
me,
beyond
it's
what we're-
absurd.
yeah.
Like-
even to me, it sort of boggles the mind.
Like
And I've
tens of
seen these.
millions.
I've seen these before. You're not far off. Well, you are far off, but you've got the
But like-
right.
No,
You've got the right
zeros.
number of zeros.
Okay.
All right. So for 12 characters, upper, lower, and numbers at this point. That's that threshold. If you have those three things,
Yeah.
917 million years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually higher because I remember I want to say it's 11 or 12 characters with upper, lowercase, and numbers. It was around 20. So it's gone up for some reason, and guys, I may be remembering those numbers wrong. All right, upper, lower, number, and special characters at 12. Does
That's,
anyone
I think
want to
it's-
hazard a guess?
I mean-
you even want to try?
I feel like
billion.
it's far.
Billion.
You're close. 3
I'm
billion.
close. 3 billion. I was
3 billion years, according to you.
Billion?
And I actually just looked this up recently. That was a 2025 chart.
Yeah.
So
And that's with the new tech as well. because-
that's with the new tech. Now, for password cracking, most of the time a password cracking rig is a lot like a Bitcoin mining rig, but they'll use GPUs
with a yeah,
because the GPUs that
Just
they're
computes it fast.
exactly. And I may or may not have a blueprint for one of those, but
again, we gotta keep
No, I don't think they
down
heard
low.
it. Could
Yeah.
you say it one more time?
Say it one more time, directly to the camera.
yeah, no.
People are gonna
You
donate
know.
that mugs and GPUs.
And
now,
GPUs,
probably.
yeah.
Hey, look,
for assistance
look,
in
hey, look,
from
send me
password cracking.
GPUs for research purposes only.
Yeah.
You know, we would never do. No, we better. Let's not go down
Yeah,
that route.
anyways.
Okay, so yeah,
Can
12
I-
letters. As far as I'm concerned, 12 letters. If you're at 12 letters with uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and special characters, at that point, there's the diminishing return is it gets harder to remember. I actually have some of mine that I use that I don't keep in the password manager on purpose that are at 12 to 14, and they're that complex. And we'll talk about one. You know, I want to bring up at some point how you do that, how you remember it, and how you put it together, because people go, "What in the world?" You know, how do I come up with a password like that? Well, first thing is don't open a dictionary. Most password, and I don't, guys, jump in at any point.
Can I right now actually?
Yeah, I actually do. Please.
I know, like for example, like Apple's keychain kind of does that for you when you're trying to create a password for the first time. Like when you're creating an account on a website on your phone or something, it'll ask you like, "Hey, do you want to use an auto-generated password with an absurd amount of characters and letters just scattered all over?" And you look at the password, you're like, "I'm not gonna remember what this password is," but it works though, because if you can't guess it, but you know no one else is.
Well-
However, it's just complex to remember it.
But then we get into the idea, the like we talked about, password managers and keychains. They're basically the same thing, give or take, or they do the same thing. They
They're
hold
just
on
storing,
to,
yeah.
they store your password
everything.
for you
Hold on
and they
to-
bring it back up.
Yeah, because where's it gonna go? It has to be stored.
Well, it has to be stored somewhere. Well, at one point, guys, I mean, I remember keeping a notebook, and I had in there the site where I had to be and what the password was.
Username,
Oh, you're
password.
going old school.
Well, I'm old enough to remember old school.
Well,
I still think that's
I still
safer,
do it
though.
sometimes.
It can be, but where are you going to store it?
Right.
What happens if you don't have it with you?
Well, what happens if anything happens
Or
to
gets
the notebook
damaged.
itself? If it gets
Rain,
damaged,
like,
then you're
wet.
basically
I
screwed.
mean, exactly, it gets wet. I'm a fan of writing things with a fountain pen with ink that if it gets wet, it's going to
It
run.
runs.
You'll
Yeah.
never see it again. And I've unfortunately, as we all have at some point, spilled something on my desk,
Happens.
or had a
Normal.
kid spill something on your desk.
Have
Too.
it.
What's that?
He's just like too young for that.
All right, can I ask you a question then?
Ask me a question.
So if you had to pick or like maybe make like a little tier list of best password management tools, and you guys could chime in also, please.
You know what? I
what
don't
do
want to
you
do
really
that.
like?
I don't want to. I will give you a list of ones that I would say I would use,
Like you feel comfortable with.
but I'm not going to tell you which one I think is the best one to use.
I mean, it's up to everyone's preference.
What's that?
It's people's preference.
It's your
whatever
preference.
They prefer.
It's. I mean, I use LastPass. Yes, they've been hacked before, but like anything in security, guys, it's never an if; it's always a when. You will get hacked at some point. Everybody will. In some way, you'll do something wrong. The key is the severity of and your response. Anybody here use Norton?
No.
Okay, I do use Norton at home. I'm not saying that that's what you should use. There's plenty of options. I've been using it for years. I like the fact that it lets me put, it's got an ease of use thing for me that's I'm comfortable with that I don't have to think about.
Yeah.
They actually do have, Norton itself has a password manager. So if you have Norton, it comes with it. There's NordPress, Keeper. Who here uses Bitdefender? Anybody ever use
I've
Bitdefender?
used
No.
Bitdefender. I've used Bitwarden. I
Okay,
don't know
well,
if it's
Bitdefender
like-
has a password manager.
Yeah, okay.
And
They're
then
not related,
obviously,
though, right?
No, that's what I was thinking. If it was, I don't think they're related, but
I actually don't know off the top of my head. There's, this day and age, things get bought out, people merge, things go out of
So it
business.
could have been at some
So
point.
probably,
Spun
off or-
possibly.
But and LastPass. I personally use LastPass. I'm not telling you everybody they should use it. I do like it as a free version. I pay for the family version because then it's like my kids. I can say, hey, you want to log into this game site, generate a password, keep it there, and it's so complex that even you can't remember it.
Right.
And I set mine at 12. I think I keep it at either 12 or 14. Somewhere in there, more than 8.
yeah.
So yeah, that's a good list of them to use. Again, I don't want us to tell somebody to use it. They get,
and then
and
something
then something
happens, and they're like,
they
hey,
go,
but they
"Oh, it's
said,
your fault." No.
yeah, but they're tools that work though. That's
Oh,
the idea.
absolutely.
It all depends on research, basically. Like we can provide you a list, like we just did right now, but it's up to you to basically, hey,
Yeah.
do your
Which one do you want?
research,
Choose what you
look
want.
at the pros and cons for each of them.
Well, you have another option. And this is what I was headed towards a minute ago, and we actually went into this, but it's good. It's a great segue. How to create a password. Then if you don't use them, the requirement is you have to create a password. And most places that you do it now have password policies that say if anything in your password resembles or comes close to or is a dictionary word. We've all seen Webster. Well, I mean, I remember using it. I still have one, but Webster's dictionary. It's that thick.
Yeah.
Think of how many thousands of words are in there. Name. Don't put your name in.
Birthday or anything like that.
Anything.
Address.
Anything. Address. Anything. Any type
like
of protected
personal-
information.
Anything personal.
Social security.
Anything that
information.
could link to you, because that's when we get back to the idea of brute force. That's what they're going to do. They're going to go, oh,
This one
I
works.
know this individual. Let's go to your Facebook. What do you post about? What kind of, if you drink beer or you drink wine or you drink soft drinks or you drink this, what's your favorite?
Yeah.
Because people are always going to do what they know.
Yeah.
If
It's
you
what's
don't use
comfortable.
if you don't use a generative tool, people say use a phrase. So I actually have some passwords, and what they do is they represent, and I'm not going to say specifically how I put them together, obviously, but take a sentence. Pedro loves going to the zoo. I literally, and I don't know if you do or not, but
Yeah.
but
Do you like going to the
let's not go down that rabbit hole. No pun intended. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. But let's just take that as a sentence. P. That's capital P. That could be your first letter. And then after that, for each word, you use one of the letters. Let's say it's an E. Turn it into the letter 3.
Oh, it's like PEMDAS, or like, please excuse my
Yeah,
Sally.
exactly. But that becomes a phrase now that you know what it is that you know what it means, so you can remember your password.
Yeah.
The drawback is, again, once you start, I've got passwords. We got passwords for social media, every single one of them. And Facebook's notorious for
The leaks.
for leaks for your
account information.
account. Thank you. Getting that's not what I was looking for, but account if your account getting hacked. Oh my goodness, I won't call out the family members that I get multiple invites from, and I go, pick up the phone. You've been hacked again. Your Facebook account's been hacked again.
We spoke
Because
about
the
this
profile.
last time too.
That's
I
what I
think.
was looking for is profile. Your Facebook profile's been hacked again.
And then they reach out. They're like, "Hey, I need you to send me blah 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 blah." And
Oh,
you're just
yeah.
like, okay, can't be.
So, but Facebook, your social media, streaming services. How many do we all use? Personally, I think in fact, I'm while we're filming today, I'm missing the Tour de France because I love watching that, every year on Peacock. Not a plug for Peacock. That's the only place they do it. They own the rights to be
Yeah, they
able to
got
broadcast it. But I have an account. I have a password. Basically, online, you aren't going to get into anything without a password. Think about how
Without
many.
an account, honestly, like account
Think
password.
about how
Everything
many
needs a
passwords,
password.
and I can't actually. You know what? I meant to look and I didn't, and I don't want to have my phone out while we're sitting here talking. But I actually don't know. But I know I've got. Oh gosh, I don't know how many passwords I now have in my manager, but it's more than I could ever remember.
Yeah.
At
It's
this
getting
point.
like to the point where
Yeah.
everything needs to be
Everything has a
generated.
password.
Can I ask you guys something?
Sure.
Do you have?
You just did.
Oh, I got another question. my second
might have an
question.
answer.
All right, is do you have any stories involving password leaks? Whether that's work related or that's like personal stuff that you saw or were involved in. You have any stories on that?
Password leaks.
I think for me, the one that I know I can speak on is just obviously I use a PlayStation from time to time. I dabble. And definitely, like, Sony is notorious for getting hacked and
Yeah.
like their
Oh
account
gosh, they're
information
one of the
getting
ones
compromised.
from
Like,
years ago that got.
that was
They got
what
taken
was
that was
down
one of
and
the-
the whole thing,
That was
yeah.
in 2011.
Was it 11?
It was
Okay, I thought it was
2011.
9, but it's
I
11.
yeah, but it was
remember that.
huge. They shut down the
Well,
servers
there was
for a
there was
while.
them. There was
Recently Ticketmaster got hacked.
Ticketmaster
and
got
they've been
hacked.
sending out information on like, hey, reset your password.
you
reset
got the
your
big one.
information.
Target was hacked in what 20? This is 25. It was 11 or 12.
Probably 12,
Somewhere in no, it was 14.
14.
Yeah, don't ask me how I know.
That's what,
You know.
like we were talking about, like people have a bad habit of reusing the same password. Like your password gets leaked, right? The attacker's going to do this. They'll take that password. All right, I'm going to try to see if that person used that password for any other
Yeah.
accounts.
And just
Basically
going through
trial
all
and
of them
error.
just to see.
So yeah, that's like a big deal about
Yep.
not using the same password.
And also, I think it's become more commonplace, like kind of what you mentioned, how a lot of these services or companies are reaching out and letting people know.
Hey,
I don't
we
know if
got
that's out of
hacked.
liability. I just hope they're doing it because they want to let people know. But like, hey, we got hacked or something. We need to let you know you need to change your password.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, like I've definitely met people who have been like, wait, what do you mean I have to change my password? Like, it's fine. Like, there's no one at my door asking me
Yeah.
for money or asking me for anything. I'm okay. Nothing's gonna happen to me. And
But just because it hasn't reached you doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
exactly, the door's already open. Like,
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, basically. And I
that's-
Yeah.
would say if there is ever a moment that you want to check to see if, like, I know we've gone through it before, but if we want to check to see if any of our passwords got
Yep.
leaked, we always go to haveibeenpawned.com.
Is it have I or I have?
No,
Yeah, have
Have
I?
I been pawned?
Yeah,
Have I been pawned?
Yeah,
Awesome,
and,
by the way.
that
Oh gosh,
site. Yeah.
we use it. Yeah, that's usually. I won't say that it's the ultimate authority, but it's always the
It
first
helps,
step.
though, yeah.
The first
You know,
step.
if you think there's an account, that has been compromised, that's the first stop. If
Yeah.
it comes up there, then it's like, okay, let's dig deeper.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't, well, it's I won't say we stop looking, but we're maybe less vigilant.
suspicious
Or I tend to get less suspicious because they're pretty good. That's one of those that's been around.
Yeah, for a
Gosh, it's
long
been
time,
around
yeah.
forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when the big ones started coming down, like with hacks and everything, that was like the first one that the first site that had all the password leaks and everything. So
Yeah, they're good. All right, guys. Interesting fact. Who wants to take a guess? How if you don't use a password manager and you're creating your own password, and I want to use this to lead into something else, you are X number of times more likely to suffer from identity theft. Identity threats, no identity theft.
Okay.
how many times?
Yeah.
Like I'll say.
Let's say you're X number of times, or do you want me to just tell you?
20
I'd
times.
say
3.
3.
You are 3 times more likely to be the target of identity theft if you're not using a manager. And the reason why is just what you said before. People reuse the same passwords. We've talked about what makes a good password.
There's
Using a
length,
passphrase,
there's characters,
making sure that you use uppercase, lowercase. In fact, it's gotten to be that people use the same special characters over so often that I've seen sites tell you there's only certain special characters you can use.
Yeah, they like
Now
cut
they're
off some of
limiting
the
They'll
that
say
options.
too.
you can't use the exclamation point. Everybody, and we'll tell on ourselves. How many times have you gone in, put in a password, and they said, "Oh, you must have a special character," and you went Shift 1.
Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah.
Done. We've
No,
all
it
done
happened
it.
to me. Yeah.
Oh no, you can't
Intermittent.
use that one. Shift 2.
Or you use this password already. Do
Yeah.
another one that you just added.
Oh,
digit
gosh,
in.
don't-
Start throwing a couple different numbers
Don't
at
even
the
get
end
me
or
started
something.
because then I think of the meme that goes, oh, that's the wrong password. Okay, new password. Password cannot match the old password.
How did you know that? Yeah, but it's
You know,
it's
you-
so important though, because it like you said, like it's just a matter of making sure that you're proactive too and avoiding those issues, because obviously once they get in, that becomes a whole other situation to have to deal with. So, and you could just
Yeah.
protect yourself from that by being on top of it ahead of time and being like, let me use the tools, because a lot of these password management tools, and like whether that's like Apple Keychain or like you said LastPass, like they tell you like, hey, this one is no good. You have to change this one.
yeah,
it
they
came
will
up.
tell you.
They
you had
will.
a data
Well,
leak or
well,
something.
it was-
Or they
was
say
leaked.
it's been part of a leak.
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
So
they
give you a
won't
heads up on
tell
it.
you can't use it. What happens is, and I can, like I said, I can from experience, I'll tell you what LastPass does. You go in, you look in your vault, and it'll, if you have it in, it'll have a color. So if it's green, it's okay. If it's yellow, it might be at risk because it's too close to something. And if it's red, it's you've used this more than once, or it's you have a problem.
Yeah.
But we've talked about, again, what makes a good password: using a passphrase, using a generator. People get hacked at this point. If you're doing things right, you're getting you're it's not that they're brute forcing your password, it's that you've used it too often. You know what? I will tell on myself again. For many years, I used the exact same password.
Oh no, yeah, I did the same thing.
I will
as well.
tell you how many years.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that
Who
too.
hasn't?
Especially when you want to try to get past the account
20
Like
years.
something quick just to get it out of the way.
Well, about 15 years. And the reason is when I created the password way back, it was actually in the 90s. I created the password. And it was something specific to me that nobody would have ever known. But it had uppercase, lowercase, and special characters at a time when that wasn't even required, and it was 9 characters long.
Yeah.
So for years, I never had an issue until I did, and it showed up.
On one of the leaks that.
And it showed up in a leak. Because you've been using it so often that you put it in somewhere and it ended up leaked. So it's not that they actually crack your password; it's that it gets leaked, or you gave it to somebody and they used
reused
Used
it,
it and then just went
or yeah, I don't want to go down that route.
But most of the time, like for me, I've been guilty of it before. Where I just used the password again, mostly because I just wanted to do a quick account creation.
Yeah.
And then it's like you do and forget, like it's done, forgotten, and then later on you remember, oh wait, I should have changed that password.
And then you go back.
And then you go back, or sometimes again, because of how busy life is, sometimes
Oh my
again,
goodness.
forget again, and then you're just like, oh crap,
it's not like you're waking up every day like, oh, are my passwords safe? Like,
Yeah.
and again, maybe you are doing that. That's great. It's good practice, I guess. But let's be realistic. Like, it's just not happening every day.
Yeah,
you know?
pretty much, yeah.
So it's definitely something to be on top of.
If you wake up every day and go, oh, my password's safe, I promise you have bigger problems. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Because honestly speaking, like I think if you're just being proactive about it and actually caring, and like you get that notification that it's in a leak, or you see that it's compromised in some way, or it's repeated, just check on it. Just switch it up.
Yeah.
Save yourself the trouble. Be done with it. And honestly, if I had to share like one situation that I was involved in, or maybe not involved in, but I know somebody that was involved with this. And
We don't need plausible deniability for this,
no,
right?
just just covering the bases.
Okay, I just thought I would ask.
Just covering the bases.
I know you're young.
Yeah.
I
So I knew somebody that was guilty of that, of like reusing the same password. Like,
Wait, does this somebody's name start with a G?
no,
Oh, okay.
it might, but no.
Are we asking for a friend? Is that
Yeah. This is a separate, an anonymous person. All right, we won't put a name on it.
Not at
But
all.
reusing the same
bless your
password for the
heart.
same accounts, and it came down to their bank account getting hacked into, and once they got in there, it was a matter of having to make a whole bunch of phone calls. Hey, cut this off, change this, do that, and at that point,
funnel money and
and
all
it's
that
just
stuff.
you're so far behind. And again, it could have been prevented if you did what? If you were just on top of it ahead of time.
It's like I said, we're using the same password.
Like some quick takeaways: check on your passwords. Make sure that they're not the same.
change them?
Change them.
Well,
You
how
know?
often?
There's two. Wait, let's go down that. Yeah, let's go down that rabbit hole real quick before we.
Yeah, if we can have like a toolkit.
If we're gonna build a toolkit, that's having a password manager. Period. It's got to be the
Yeah.
first thing. I will tell you,
Yeah.
we live lives with way too many accounts, with way too many passwords, with way too much. Have a password manager. There are two schools of thought going on right now where it says you should never have to change it again. If you've set a good password and it's the appropriate length, like we talked about, that where you hit that sort of that
billions.
you hit the law of diminishing returns on the number of and guys, if you don't understand what that means, go ask one of your econ buddies. But where you've done all the right things,
Then you shouldn't worry about
that you
changing
shouldn't
everything.
Yeah,
have
it
to
should
worry.
be good.
But here's the problem you run into, and this is I'm always thinking of worst case. I always try to play devil's advocate, but let's say you pick up a virus, and what does the virus have in it? Keystroke.
Yeah,
You
keyloggers
may
and
never
everything,
give you may never give it out. Maybe you're using a, doing the stuff, all the stuff you should do, but you're still typing it in. Versus say using it where it automatically generates it in and you never touch the keys.
It just pops in.
It just pops in, because it pulls it. It's integrated. It go, copy paste.
And for those who don't know, keystroke is when it tracks what you're typing.
Tracks what it's exactly. You're hitting a key. It tracks what you're typing. Guess what? You've lost your password. Somebody else has it now. It's not your password anymore. It's their password.
It's their password.
And that always worries me because there's a lot of people that say you should never have to do. You shouldn't have to change it at this point. Once you do all the things you should. You're within the policy because a lot of time, for a long time, it was 90 days. Everyone said
90
not
or 180 days. Like
Yes.
I had seen not more than, or 90 days was sort of best practice. 180 days, you're getting long enough. That's half a year. You're
Basically, yeah.
that's versus 3 months. You're getting into the 6 months. I've seen it as little as 30, and that was annoying.
Yeah.
That made me want to beat my head against a wall.
Yeah, a month is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Changing it every
Yep.
month.
Yeah.
Changing it every month. And that finally they changed that policy, and that was nice because every 30 days you're trying to think, and this is before you had the generators. You're trying to think of a new password.
Yeah, on your own.
And it was crazy. So
60 to 180 days.
I'd say 90 to 90. I'd say 60 to 90.
60 to
60
90.
to 90 days is good if you're going to change your passwords. Again, do the research. The two schools of thoughts now. And I actually had wanted to bring this in for this episode, and I had gotten rid of it. But I used to have a keyboard, Microsoft keyboard, that actually had a thumbprint on it, which means you never actually entered you put the password into the manager that it wasn't even a manager. It was the software included with the keyboard. Yeah. It had the password. You just put it in. Because it was one of those things that they tell you, it should
You
be
need a fingerprint to open it up.
something you are, something you know, something you have. One of those three things when you get into authenticating, who you are and how to prove it.
And I mean, now with the tech that's going on now, it's already now they're integrated. Fingerprint is already it's either fingerprint
Well,
or camera tech.
Yeah.
I was going to say fingerprinting was
Face
back
ID.
when the iPhone still had the little circle.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
fact, my iPad still has the circle. It's and I don't tell people which finger it is that I use. No, I'm not
pinky
making a
on-
joke, but I only have one finger that will open it up. And because a lot of people do. What do? They go, oh, this one, this one, this
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
this. All they have to do is touch it. No, pick one of them, and you get a 1 in 10 shot of figuring it out. But now without that, the iPhone, you just look at it.
Yeah, the Face
it's something.
ID,
What
yeah.
again? Something you are.
Yep.
Something you are, something you know, something you have.
And I mean, with all the tech that's going on, I know that there's a shift. I know there's password. We're still doing passwords, but there are already companies that are doing passkeys. So they're
Passkeys,
using
yeah.
the
YubiKey.
fingerprints or the Face ID that's
Yeah,
already on our
scan in.
phones
Tokens.
to log in. Yeah.
Oh
we
gosh,
don't
if
have
I
to
get
worry
asked
too
if I
much.
want to create a token one more time on a, it's like no, just stick with what I got. But anyways, all right. I think we've just about rambled through all the things that we
covers all
can
of it,
cover
yeah.
on
So far,
this.
so good.
right.
What did we say? Make sure you have the appropriate length. Use a manager. Use the keychain in your phone if you don't want, or in your computer.
Change between 60 to 90. 90
If
to.
you're gonna change at least between say 60 and 90 days. Keep tabs, on things. I know you guys do.
Monitor the notifications that come
Monitor
up.
your
Like,
notifications.
Hey, it came up in a leak.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
check
should probably
from time
change
to
the
time,
password.
yeah.
All right,
Feels good, right?
GC, back.
All right.
And
Thank you, guys.
Now back to GC.
Appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, that wraps up our episode. That's it.
All right.
Take care,
All right.
guys. See you in the next
care.
one.
Yep.